harus menyanyikan lagu Lingsir Wengi.
Welcome back everyone. Today I will recap a 2019 Indonesian horror movie Tembang Lingsir. Before we start, please like and comment on the video as it will help us to grow our reach. At the beginning of the movie, we see Nawang performing a ritual in which she is singing a song while playing an instrument called gombang. This makes some demonic roots from the woods enter the house, and only then Mala wakes up hearing her mother's scream. She comes out and gets shocked to see that her mother's fingers are crooked, and suddenly those roots grab her leg causing her to fall. Her mother gets up and throws a lamp on those roots to burn them, which makes those roots retreat, but this causes fire in the whole house. Nawang sees that the gombang is also burning, and she tries to get out with Mala, but all the exit routes were closed due to the fire. She then put her on floor, and tells her that this is all she can do to protect her, and asks her to remember what she told her about Lingsir Wengi. After this, she sacrifices herself to protect her, and we see a root entering Mala's throat through her mouth. We then see a doctor checking her in a hospital, and he tells Mr. Gatot that she got an infection on her neck due to a burn injury, so she probably can't speak for the next few days, but she will recover after 3 weeks of treatment. Now after he leaves, Amanda tells her that she and her uncle will always be there for her. Outside, they discuss that they have to take her home, as he has promised his sister that he will take care of Mala if something ever happened to her. Mala remember her mother telling her about Lingsir Wengi, that it is a ballad to repel scary and haunted things in their life. Now while they were taking Mala home, Amanda introduces her to their youngest son Bagas. He gives her a slate so that she can write on it and communicate with them. They then reach their house, and she introduces Mala to their housekeeper Ms. Rahma and also asks her about Daisy. Rahma says she said she already told her about going with her friends for her 17th birthday. Now while she is taking her to show her room, Mala notices a similar gombang there that her mother was playing. She then brings her to her room and tells her that they are so glad to have her here and that they hope she will like it there. She then gives her Daisy's clothes, saying she knows they too were the same size. Meanwhile, we see Gatot watching some old photographs. Seeing them, he becomes a bit sad, and then he opens a book and begins reading about Tembang Lingsir from it. Rahma then comes there and asks him why did he bring that girl home. Gatot says he doesn't have any choice, as her mother passed away when their house burned down. Rahma asks him if has he forgotten that the time is near, and is he prepared for that. Later, while they were having dinner, Daisy also returns home, and Gatot tells her that he can't allow her to celebrate her birthday out there. Daisy says she already has a plan, to which Gatot says his decision is final. Amanda then introduces her to Mala, and they notice that she is not particularly happy about Mala's arrival there. After dinner, Amanda goes to Daisy to talk, and she asks her to be good to Mala. She shows her a photo saying that she used to be very close with Mala, to which Daisy says this was back before she got weird. The scene then shifts to past, where we see Mala and Daisy playing. Suddenly the wind begins blowing and Mala gets zoned out, and Daisy asks her is something wrong. Mala begins reciting Lingsir Wengi and holds her hand tightly, which hurts her hand. Later that night, Mala wakes up hearing some noise, as if someone is trying to open the door of her room. She goes there to check, and suddenly a cupboard door opens. Now while she is going there to check, she hears some noise from the other side, and a ghost comes out from inside the cupboard. When she comes out, she gets shocked to see a hand in a basket that disappears the next moment. She removes the cloth and gets scared seeing that lady ghost in the mirror, and then a coin comes rolling towards her. Suddenly that ghost appears in front of her, due to which she gets terrified, and the ghost tells her that she is coming for her and tells her to remember Lingsir Wengi. Only then Amanda comes there and asks her what's wrong, to which Mala points inside, but Amanda doesn't see anyone there. She then brings her to Bagas's room to make her sleep there and tells her that she knows she is exhausted, and maybe that makes her see things. Later, while Amanda was working, she gets shocked to hear gombang sounds from the floor above. She goes towards Mala's room and hears someone singing Lingsir Wengi, but as she puts her ear to the door, the song stops. Meanwhile, we see Gatot in his office reading a book, and he falls asleep there. However, he wakes up in the middle of a forest and gets terrified seeing it. He tells himself that it's just a dream and tries to wake himself up, and only then he notices someone sitting on a grave there. He turns on his phone's flashlight and goes towards that side to see it clearly, but suddenly the light goes off, and when he goes near that lady, he gets terrified seeing her, and she asks him how could he. She then disappears from there, and Gatot sees his grave there and wakes up back in his room. He tries to get up, but notices that his knee is hurting badly. The next day, Mala hears someone singing Lingsir Wengi, and she finds a lady there. She goes to her and asks her who she is, and as the lady turns towards her, Mala wakes up from her sleep. However, she finds that her legs are covered with mud. Later, Daisie's friends Bella and Gladys visit her. They ask her about Mala, to which she says she is nobody. They then go to her room, where Gladys asks her does she still draw weird things. Bella checks that drawing and asks Mala who she is, to which she says she doesn't know, but she just dreamt about her a lot. Meanwhile, we see Gatot and Rahma in front of a huge tree, and he says it has been 17 years since that incident. Rahma puts an offering under that tree and strongly advises him to bring his family out of the house and tell him that Mala's presence here was no mere coincidence. Later that night, Mala again wakes up hearing some noise, and the door of the cupboard opens on its own. Now, before she could understand anything, the ghost haunts her and she wakes up from her sleep. The next day, Amanda comes to Gatot and says ever since Mala's incident, she feels like he is a different person now. She asks him if is there anything he wants to say to her. Meanwhile, Mala notices that tree outside their house, but Bogus says let's go inside as he doesn't like being here. Gatot brings Amanda to a secret room and she asks him what place is this. She gets shocked to see him praying someone, and he tells her that she is 𝐂𝐃𝐏𝐄𝐒. She is the one who protects her disciple, so they are always under protection. Amanda gets scared and tells him not to come closer to her. Gatot tries to explain to her, but she says she doesn't want to listen to anything. Gatot asks for forgiveness from 𝐂𝐃𝐏𝐏𝐄𝐒, and he takes her out to tell her everything. Later, we see Daisy with her friends in her room celebrating her 17th birthday. Here Amanda asks Gatot if are there any more secrets that he has been hiding from her. She says she remembers he always came home at midnight and he smelled like incense. She even saw a woman figure with roots all over her body, and when she told him about that, he said she was just tired and seeing something. She then asks him to stop the car and gets out of it, and tells him that she can't deal with this anymore. Gatot asks her where does she think their house and all the luxury they have came from. He tells her that he made a deal with 𝐂𝐃𝐏𝐏𝐄𝐒. He did this so their family will always live in wealth. Amanda gets angry and asks him who is 𝐂𝐃𝐏𝐏𝐄𝐒, and then she begins leaving there. Gatot tells her that before he met her, he was buried in debt that his father passed on him, but he wanted to live a decent life, and that is why he decided to meet Rahma. He reveals that Rahma is actually a shaman who takes care of his deal with 𝐂𝐃𝐏𝐏𝐄𝐒. On the other hand, Rahma performs some ritual with Mala's photo, and as she lights up the candle, she hears a growl from around her, due to which she gets scared and prays to 𝐂𝐃𝐏𝐏𝐄𝐒. Meanwhile, we see Bogus and Mala playing Ludo, and Bogus accidentally throws the dice away. He goes to find the dice and calls Mala and tells her that the dice went inside the room. Here Amanda asks Gatot what did 𝐂𝐃𝐏𝐏𝐄𝐒 ask for all that wealth, to which he says their child's soul. Amanda asks him if is he going to sacrifice Daisy for this, to which he says it's not going to be Daisy but Mala. She gets shocked and asks him is Mala his daughter, and here he reveals that they are fraternal twins, and he gave Mala to his sister so that she could be safe from the curse of 𝐂𝐃𝐏𝐏𝐄𝐒. He says he made a mistake and asks her to forgive him. Then all of a sudden the weather turns bad, and Gatot tells Amanda that they will have to return home, as Mala will enter adulthood tonight, and with a special ritual, they all will die. Meanwhile, we see Mala and Bogus in the storeroom looking for the dice, and he goes inside the bed to find it. However, when Mala checks there, she gets shocked to see that Bogus is not there. Only then she hears some noise from above the bed, and she gets terrified seeing that ghost there. The ghost asks her to help her and gets down from the bed and begins moving towards her. She hands her over a note and then disappears from there, and only then Bogus says he found the dice. Now while returning home, Amanda asks Gatot to stop the car, and she asks him isn't this the place where they argued earlier. Here Bella and Gladys enter the secret room, and Bella says she has a bad feeling. She then notices 𝐂𝐃𝐏𝐏𝐄𝐒's painting there, and only then a hand comes out of there, due to which they get scared and run away from there. They find Daisy on the stairs, and they leave there saying her house is creepy. Meanwhile, we see Rahma praying and performing a ritual under that tree. But only then she hears a growl and gets up, and suddenly the roots grab her legs and drag her away. Here Donnie sneaks into Daisy's room to surprise her. He asks her where is Bella and Gladys, to which she says it's a long and annoying story. We then see Bella and Gladys passing through the forest when they see Rahma coming towards them, and they get terrified seeing a knife in her hand. They try to run and escape from there, but Gladys gets left behind. Only then she finds Rahma standing behind her and she kills her. Bella manages to return to Daisy's house, but suddenly Rahma comes there from behind her, and here we see a glimpse of 𝐂𝐃𝐏𝐏𝐄𝐒. Here Mala enters Gatot's office and she finds some photos in his book, and here she learns that the woman she saw in her dream was Myrni, Gatot's first wife. She also finds that the torn page that Myrni's ghost gave her is a part of this book. Meanwhile, Dino hears some noise from the kitchen, and when he goes there, he finds Rahma there chopping something, and as he goes to her, she stabs the knife in his eye. On the other hand, suddenly someone puts a hand on Mala's head, causing her to go into a flashback, where she sees Gatot, Rahma, and Myrni. Myrni gives birth to a girl, but Rahma tells Gatot to remember his promise that he has to hand the child to 𝐂𝐃𝐏𝐿𝐄𝐒. Gatot says there has to be another way, and only then Myrni begins screaming, and Rahma checks and tells him that there is another one. She brings the baby to him and tells him to hand the baby to 𝐂𝐃𝐒 as he has another daughter now. The roots then begin entering the house to claim the baby, and Rahma tries to give that baby to 𝐂𝐃𝐒, but Myrni intervenes to stop her and 𝐂𝐃𝐒 strangles her to death. Meanwhile, Gatot sees 𝐂𝐃𝐒 in the forest, but he doesn't tell Amanda about it. Here Mala tells Daisy that they are twins, to which she says it's not possible. She then suddenly starts going backward, fearing her, and then disappears. Mala gets shocked to see this, and she tries to run away from there, but only then she stops seeing Myrni's ghost there playing gamba, and then she wakes up in another dimension. Meanwhile, Gatot and Amanda manage to reach home, and they notice that the lights are out. They enter the house and find that the house is completely covered by the roots of the tree, and seeing this, Gatot says that 𝐂𝐃𝐒 has come here and she will take away Mala. Only then do they see Daisy there, and they start trying to get out of the roots. After this, Gatot also finds Mala there, and he tells her that she has to sing Lingsir Wengi, which her mother taught her. On the other hand, 𝐂𝐃𝐒 grabs Mala and starts tethering her to the roots. Gatot requests 𝐂𝐃𝐒 not to kill her daughters and just take his life. He then goes to Daisy and tells her the truth that she is twins with Mala, and he asks her to help her sister. Hearing this, Daisy holds Mala's hand and asks her to fight 𝐂𝐃𝐒. Mala hears her voice and regains consciousness, after which she coughs and her voice comes back, and she starts singing Lingsir Wengi. On hearing Lingsir Wengi, 𝐂𝐃𝐒 starts leaving her body and she gets destroyed, and Mala and Daisy get free from the roots. The next day, Gatot removes all the belongings from 𝐂𝐃𝐒's room, and he promises that he will get back on the right path. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon never to miss new video updates. Thanks for watching.